It's a free-for-all. Here on Ripper Radio.
Hello and welcome to this edition of the Ripper Radio podcast. I am the Necromancer, your host here for Ripper Radio TV, and the Mad Robot Gallery Theater on the Ripper Radio networks. That was Blackhorn Halo with The Rising, starting off today's program. And we're also joined by a special guest this morning. We have Chad from Then Follows the Sky. How are you doing?
Hello, what's going on? Having my morning coffee.
Yeah, it's a little early for us metalheads out here.
Well, not usually I'm up pretty early, but with this quarantine crap, it's got me all screwed up. I'm slowly getting back on track where I can remember what day of the week it is. So
it all starts to run together after a while.
Oh, it does. And they're just the other day I didn't realize it was Friday. I seen someone post something on Facebook. I was like, oh crap.
So what are you doing to keep yourself busy during all this crazy stuff?
Well, we've done a bunch of yard work. I've got my honey-do list mainly. I completely cleaned out my garage. I've been putting off for like 2 years. It used to be so bad you had to like crawl through it just to find anything. I completely tore it all out and reorganized it. Got a nice little workshop in there now. A big old pile of wood. And, I don't know, maybe something.
So you guys have been busy getting your new EP ready.
Yeah, it's well, the EP's done. We were supposed to release it on the 2nd of May. We had a little small tour book to go behind it and all the fun stuff. And then this virus thing hit. So that kind of all got pushed back and out the window, but the band decided we wanted to release something because, we're all really liking some of these new songs. So we ended up releasing Blinded, which should be available everywhere at some point this week as soon as, all the big guys get their stuff ingested and everything. We didn't do like a big marketing push or, like in 14 days, like we didn't even do that. Like with everything going on, nobody cares to wait that long. It was like, we just put it up and when it's available, it's available.
Cool. Yeah, also, hopefully here soon I'll find out when I can reschedule the Ripper Fest.
Yeah, I know. We were looking so forward to that show, and it was like, because when all this started, we were like, we didn't cancel anything right off the bat, and then we kept talking every week, and I was like, well, if that one gets canceled, I feel like it's going to cancel like almost everything we have booked behind it. And that's kind of how it's been so far.
Yeah,
we have the end of June, and I'm like fingers crossed, hoping that it gets to happen. But with the way everything has been, I don't really have a lot of faith that it might get there.
Yeah, I don't think the one's going to open up any bars, restaurants, and stuff like that here in.
No, I mean it's perfectly safe to go to the dentist office, but not safe to go sit, across the bar from your bartender. Explain the math on that one.
Yeah, it don't make any sense.
No, it makes zero sense. I mean, at one setting, someone's got their hands in your mouth. And in the other setting, someone is giving you alcohol, which would sterilize your mouth. I mean, it just don't make no sense.
Well, now you got over in Europe, they're starting drive-in concerts.
I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, it kind of defeats the purpose of the whole thing, doesn't it?
Yeah, in a way.
I mean, because driving. Yeah, but you could do that on a live stream. Don't get me wrong. That's the big reason why we haven't done a live stream is that I don't have capabilities to do it the way that I feel it should be done. Like, I don't want to just do a little cell phone video, because our practice space is kind of small. So when we just do a cell phone video, you pretty much just hear drums, and occasionally you get to hear a little something else poke through. Finally got my sound issues all worked out so that we can have nice quality mixed sound for it. But where we practice at, I have no Wi-Fi, so trying to get internet there is my next step.
Yeah, you might be able to do like hotspot or something through your phone.
Yeah, Well, I use the OBS on my Mac to do it because it runs our sound also. But the hotspot on my phone isn't strong enough for it to be reliable. Like it cuts in and out real bad, and so that was our thing. We can't do something that's like going to be worth watching, then we didn't really want to do it.
Makes sense.
We don't have acoustics. We don't play acoustic songs. So I mean, an acoustic song would be easy to pull off, but
Yep.
I don't even own an acoustic anymore. That's kind of hard to do. Although we are
around acoustics, but give up. Alrighty, well, you got the new single that's coming out. What's going to release it on Friday? I think it was.
Well, technically, it's released now. Like we didn't really set a date that it was going to release on. We just kind of uploaded it to the distribution company, and then I sent it out to a bunch of you guys, different radio stations that usually play us. And I was like, yeah, it should be available by Friday, but.
All right.
It usually takes anywhere from like 1 day to 3 or 4 days, so it may even be on there before Friday.
You want to tell us a little bit about the new single, Blinded?
Yeah, Blinded. So Blinded was actually the first song that we wrote for the EP. It was, I think I started writing some of the guitar parts and like some of the general structure back, maybe October-ish. Things were a little different back then. Like it just seemed like everybody was wanting to argue, and things were different. And a friend of mine, Lance, which is the guy that you hear talking in the song, he did a Facebook Live, and he rambled on for a good hour 15 minutes that day. And his whole thing, he was just talking about how we all, as people and human beings, just need to be more positive towards ourselves and toward others. And there was like a little section in his thing I really liked. So I messaged him as soon as it was over, and I was like, hey, can I sample a piece of this for a song idea that I have? And he said, yeah. So I kind of wrote it around that little talking snippet, and which was cool. I don't really know what Nick 100% wrote the lyrics about, because it's Nick, and I don't think anybody can really ever understand Nick. But I do know, like in general, the song is in general about positivity, like keeping like the view of ourselves and the view of others more positive to get a better result. And that's kind of what it's more about to me. I don't, like I said, I don't fully know what he wrote about, like his 100% intention behind it. But yeah.
All right, so this is Blinded, Ripper Radio debut of the Then Falls the Sky song, out this week. Here we go.
We could change the world. This is the power of your mind. You are not just some minute creature who doesn't have an effect on anything. No. You're the whole universe, is what you are. You're everything.
It's a free-for-all. Here on Ripper Radio.
All right, that was a new single from Then Falls the Sky, Blinded. We're back here with Chad from Then Falls the Sky. Got any future idea what your plans may be once the whole thing opens up and you're able to do stuff again?
Well, we canceled a tour.
Yeah, I know.
We canceled a tour, so at some point we're going to try to rebook all of that. So I mean that's a short-term plan. On top of, we're already talking about trying to write some more music, because why not?
Got the time.
Yeah, got the time. So I mean, we're slowly working on things, trying to get things together. The whole live stream thing that we were talking about is something that last year. Yeah, baby, we're live on the radio. You say hi to everybody. Well, you gotta feed the fish, and we gotta feed the fish. Isn't quarantine fun? Well, we were talking about the streaming thing, and like a year ago, I looked over at Oni and I said, I feel like with all these venues closing, that the live streaming is really going to be like the next thing. And I said, it would be cool if there was a venue set up that was strictly for live streaming. And which I don't know that there really is. I've seen some that are set up kind of what I think they should be. But it's strictly, it's not really a bar, it's not really like a venue. It is just for, streaming. So you sell digital tickets, you go to the venue, to this place, they have full lights and sound, you do the show, then you keep a split of the ticket cost. I feel like that's the next big venue idea. And with all this going on, I'm surprised that I've seen a few of the venues and bars that are actually trying to do this. They're trying to integrate it into making it work. So I think, maybe another year or two, maybe. That might be the next big thing. We might see more of this streaming a concert from your phone. I personally like the feel of people in front of you, and I like the interaction face-to-face, but with the modern day, it's harder and harder to get people to actually come out to the venue as it was. So I feel like it might be the thing. It might be a big
ready to go. As soon as this ends, people are going to be clamoring to go do things, so that might or people will be afraid that they still might get sick, so it's hard to say.
My personal feeling on it is it's still going to be a 50-50 split. You're going to have your diehards, the guys like us that are always going to the shows. As soon as it opens, they're going to be there right out of the gate. They're just going to be there, and may even be more of them than normal. So you're still going to have some people that just don't want to risk anything. And even once everything is 100% clean and clear, you might see a small boost in people willing to attend stuff for a little while, but I feel like it's eventually going to kind of go back to where it was, because that's what everybody's daily habits are kind of already become. That was always the thing for us. It was like trying to get someone to take some time out of their busy daily life just to, go share a piece of content or, have a big ask somebody to come to a show. Life.
All right, well, I don't want to keep you too long in your morning. You probably got a lot of things probably to do around your house and whatnot.
Not really. I've gotten a lot of it done. I've gotten quite a bit of it done, honestly.
I'm going to run out of things to do for a new project.
After about the second week, I ran out of excuses of why I couldn't do the honey-do list.
All right, you got anything to say to your fans out there before I let you get back to your breakfast or whatever you're going to do?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I just want to say thank you. Everybody that has supported us, throughout the years, and even, to new fans that are, just kind of finding us now. Thank you. I appreciate every bit of that. Every share on Facebook, every retweet on Twitter, every view, every time someone talks about the band, good or bad, it's all appreciated because that's the hardest part is getting in front of people. So every little bit of help helps and makes a big difference to us. So thank you, thank everybody.
All right, well, thank you for joining me this morning here on Ripper Radio. This is going to replay tonight. So if anybody's listening now, tuning in at the last minute, you'll have a second chance at 8 o'clock tonight to hear stuff from Chad
so
and
I
the new
get
single.
to tune in later and see how much of an idiot I sound like. Nice.
There you go. Alrighty, so we're going to get back into the music. We got a new single out from Final Coil. Their song is called Convicted of the Right. That'll be the next set for Block here on the Ripper Podcast. Enjoy.
love me, you hate me, you never hesitate to show your feelings, your meanings. I never wanted you to know. Come back to bed, I wanna show you how I feel. A burning in my chest, you digging with your heel. Will someone take me from this hill? Or will you save me from myself? And now
this is Chris E. from the band Olathia, and you are listening to Rippers Radio with Brian Dearth. Crank it up!
It's a free-for-all. Here on Ripper Radio.
All right, that was Alethea with Martyr. Before that, we had Dark Arena with Freedom. Chain Driven with From the Dark. Lakeman with As I Came. And Final Coil with Court of the Right. Continue on with the music. Got a new single out from Pale Divine. And we're going to play their song Tyrant's Pawn. And now start off the next block of music here on the River Podcast. Free for all on a Tuesday. Network.
We are the flowers thrown where great men did fall. Those we call heroes, despite the stains of wrong. Whatever their deeds were, may this be their song. Dedicated by someone who thinks he knows. Someone who believes the price of greatness is to walk alone. Fake the smile, distrust them all. I believe they used to feel just the way I feel. All the mirrors in the world could not contain my pride. Every hell that man conceives would reject my cruelty. All the trust I gave this love, I should have kept it just for me. All the thoughts inside my head are whispering I'm lost. I am who I love. I'm my hero, I'm my bliss. I am who I hate, my own enemy and curse. This sick feeling, this proud loneliness is every great man's ghost. I believe in the beast command. I accept the truth. I've been denied. I get close to what I see, and my dreams I leave behind. I think I know what it is like to know the darkness in my heart. I take the time to realize, what do I believe? I believe in my heart. All the mirrors in the world could not contain my pride. Every hell that man conceives would reject my cruelty. All the trust I gave this love, I should have kept it just for me. All the thoughts inside my head are whispering I'm lost. I am who I love. I'm my hero, I'm my bliss. I am who I hate, my own enemy and curse. This sick feeling, this proud loneliness is every great man's ghost.
This is Tony Rossetti from Divine Eminence. You're listening to Ripper Radio. Crank it up.
What would it take to light the fire, and how much you willing to bleed? To put the liars on trial and then to the desire, stepping up and I'm taking your D with me. When they blanket the treason, and yes, they change the season, but trust the meaning, it still stays the same. Caught up and treated just what they thought that they needed, but now they're hanging their heads It's a long one, the greatest story ever told. I'll tell you what our life's about. You wanna play that game? 'Cause we don't give a fuck. You wanna feel my pain? You better step it up. You better step in.
It's a free-for-all. Here on Ripper Radio.
Alright, that was Divine Eminence with Race War. Before that we had Black Yet Full of Stars with Every Man's Ghost. Black Cast with American Dream. The Cult of the Skull with Black Magic. By Despair with Sabbath, and we started that block of music off with Pale Divine with Tyrant's Pawn here on the Ripper Radio Network. I'd like to thank Chad once again from Ben Falls the Sky for joining me on the show, talking about his new single release from his upcoming EP. Hopefully released later in the year once things calm down here with our situation with the lockdown and whatnot. But that brings us to the end of another show here on the Ripper Podcast. We're going to let Ansalate from Italy take us out of here with their new song, Revolution. And until next time, horns up, rock on. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
So many screams, so little time.